Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Emily. I have been tagged kindly by my friend Myra off of Just Myra. I will link her channel down below. I was honored to do this and I think it's going to be fun. So without further ado, we are going to jump in the questions. This is, if I didn't mention, the honest tag. Is that honest tag? I'll mark it down beneath me somewhere so you can see it. Question 1 is, what made you start a YouTube channel? If I butcher the questions, I will also link them down below. Strictly, I began a YouTube channel because I wanted to connect with people. Not trying to share a whole bunch and be a chatty Cathy like I normally am. I love connection. I love friendships. And I also love to just connect with one another, basically. That's the reason why I solely based myself making YouTube channels. A lot of it, if you've been with me for a while, I had a lot of trauma the past year, and I got into trauma therapy. And my love of plants was a coping mechanism for me, and I wanted to connect to other people. So that is something that I began. Question 2 is, do you like your username? I'll keep it short and sweet for you. Yes, I do. A lot of you already know the full meaning of the name or why I chose it. Illume Life is because I love the name illuminating life. And I thought it was a good fit. Kind of a side note, I'm also doing and opening another channel called Plants and Pythons. Once I get my new tropical snakes at the end of this month to do an unboxing, that's another reason why I chose Plants and Pythons, was because I wanted to incorporate my plants a little bit into that channel because I do a lot of bioactive stuff, but I would not change my name even if I had a choice to. Illume Life. Love it. Third question is becoming a YouTuber worth it? I'm kind of on the fence, or a little bit in between. The plus side, absolutely. I would not change the relationships, the connection, the love I feel off of the people who I have built relationships with, and friendships, whatever kind of relationship it is, strictly like nothing weird. But I would not take that back at all. Like all communities in YouTube and everything that goes on in the normal world, the other side sucks. You get nasty people, you get people who are Debbie Downers, and you get those people who are miserable, who want you to be miserable with them. Or they don't like you because they're jealous over you, or because. And people can be mean and people can be vicious, and I'm not going to beat around the bush about it. I am not going to try to pull anybody into doing what I'm doing. It can be hard, but when I can squeeze in a video here and there, I love it. It is something that lights me up. I don't want it to be a stress to me, and when it is, it goes on the back burner. I miss YouTube when I'm not connecting with you guys. I miss YouTube when I'm busy with everyday life like I am now, but the more healing and therapy work that I've been getting, the more I have enjoyed kind of coming back around and doing YouTube. So it's kind of a yes and no. It all depends on who you are. So is it worth it? I don't know. Is that a fair thing to say? I don't know. But I don't know. It's up to you. Because if you want to, go for it. I think it's fun. I think it's awesome. I didn't do this for the money. I didn't do this to get all these subscribers. You guys know me by now. I just love people. So I know that's kind of a long answer, but I'm very long-winded. Question number 4 is, if I was given a chance to choose between free lunch or free plants, what would I choose? What would you choose? I like both of these because I'm like, if I had to choose, I'd say plants, because I kind of go more, I'm kind of in the middle where I'm an extrovert, but then I'm an introvert. If I am out in public and I'm seeing people, it fills me up, but then I get to a point where I'm like, I've had enough. I want to go home. I want to be in my jammies or my yoga pants, and I want my cup of coffee or tea, and I want to sit down and be with my snakes, or I want to be with my kids and cuddle on the couch and watch a movie. I love it. So this whole quarantine coronavirus doesn't kill me, and it doesn't bother me as much as some people, like extroverts who have that, like they need people to just fill them up and they feel ignited and want, like they get filled up by people. They need the interaction, where I'm right in the middle where I'm like, I could give or take. So to choose free lunch or to choose a free plant, if I had to choose, it would be a free plant. Any plant, I don't care. Devil's ivy actually has been one of my favorite plants right now for the last couple of months, and I need to do a video of, I know I'm totally windy, like long-winded right now. I need to do a plant video of what my favorite plants are right now and what I'm really liking. But devil's ivy, I love that. Even though it's a common plant, I don't care. It's got my heart. So yeah, a free plant. Perfect. Number 5, and this is a tricky question, I think. It is, do you think you have changed since posting your first video or coming out with your first video? Absolutely, I have changed, but I haven't changed, I don't believe, for the worst. I've grown a lot, and you get more comfortable. I don't care who you are. I think unless you are a performer, a stage person, someone who acts and who is just comfortable, those people, bravo. I mean, hats off. Great. But anyone who sits behind a camera, behind a phone, what I use, or anything, is gonna feel really awkward at first. And I used to have to tell myself in the very early stages of my YouTube channels, by the way, this channel was actually a green, clean, toxic-free skincare video, and then I completely changed it. But that's kind of a side note. I know I've changed, and it's been, for instance, our plant channel, this plant channel, it is almost like you're a seed and you start to bloom and you start to grow, and there are rough patches. And in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to really edit. I still don't, and I'm kind of getting there after over a year of recording or filming or whatever, however you want to say it. I have absolutely grown. If you go way back to my first ones, I feel so awkward. I don't know if I've changed a lot, but I've become very comfortable behind a camera, and it doesn't bother me at all. Because 1, I'm super open. 2, I've gotten to a point where I don't want to say opinions don't matter, because I do take in the good, but then I just take it with a grain of salt when someone's trying to be that Debbie Downer, and I'm like, okay, I'm listening to you, but I don't need to bring in your junk, kind of a thing. So, yeah. So this next question number 6, I'm looking down because I have my paper down here, my questions on there. Have you ever taken a cutting from a big box store or a nursery or from any other place? What kind was it? Okay. When I was 17, you guys would not have noticed me. I'm not saying like black hair is wrong. I think black hair and dark hair is absolutely gorgeous on people. If you got the right skin tone for it. I looked like I was like, people said I looked like I was sick. Okay, when I was 17, I had black dyed hair with blue streaks in it. My chin was pierced, my nose was pierced, my tongue was pierced, and I was a very hurt child, and it formed into, I'm not saying everyone's like this, I had a lot of hurt in my past, and so I had so much hurt that it turned into anger, and I looked like I was an angry person. It makes sense after I get more into it. I started stealing from stores. I ran with a crowd of some young women, and I did not have a job at this time. I partied a lot, and I wanted new clothes, and my parents would not take me shopping, and they didn't have to, but whenever I had asked or anything, my parents didn't want to, and we weren't blessed with money growing up. And so I started stealing, and I went to, it used to be called Bon Macy's, now just I think Macy's, of all places. And I wasn't inside of the girls' dressing room when my friends were unzipping the backpack and stuffing clothes in. We had already made a trip to the car and dumped off a load of clothes that we had stolen from all these stores. Came back, super greedy little conniving little girls, and went back into the store. My friend was in a wheelchair, so we were just wheeling it, and there was a backpack there, so we figured, hey, it doesn't look suspicious. And my friends were in the dressing room. I didn't know it, but there are undercover shoppers who are actually cops who check out people who they are suspicious of. And so, needless to say, that day we were arrested and taken to the back of the where the cameras are, where everything was being watched, and met this really cool, really awesome guy who worked as an undercover shopper, undercover cop, or whatever you call them. I learned my lesson that day. My friends were all talking and like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're caught. And I was the only one who, excuse me, I didn't want them talking to me because I knew that I would start crying. And when I said that to them, the cop looked at me and he goes, I'm actually surprised that you are not crying. And I think he warmed up to me more because I was not doing it because I wanted to do it and because I really wanted to steal. Sorry, long story short, I have never stolen anything. I've never taken anything since then. And when that happened, if I took a plant or a cutting or some sort of a piece of plant home with me, this is just me, you guys. I don't care if anybody else has done this, to each his own, but it would eat me up inside because I'm so out there and I'm blunt and I'm pretty honest about things, and it would eat me alive. And I also have a husband who would check me like, did you pay for that? And I'd be like, no. And so I have never taken a cutting. And what was it? I can't tell you because I never have. So there's that question. Number 7 is, if I was asked to change my name or given the chance to change my name, I'm not sure, into a plant name, what would it be and why? I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, totally like Monstera, like big and bold, and it's out there and it's large, and but then I was like, I've got Viking blood in me. I kind of like the name Birkin. I like Birkin. One reason why I like Birkin is because, well, have you ever seen the Dragon movie? It's How to Tame Your Dragon. It's this really cute kids movie. They have a number 2 as well. And they live in a place called Burke, and they're all Vikings. I love it. I was like, Birkin, yeah, it's got girth in it. It's got like umph when you say it. Just say like Birkin. I'm such a nerd. But it's when you look at that plant, you know, you don't think like, everyone looks at it and be like, wow, that's a really cool plant. Like and it's nothing to say like about me, but I look at it and I think that's really cool. It's not dainty. It's not ugly, and it's just the way it is. And it's actually got some gusto, or like it, you don't have to take care of it, or it's not like high maintenance. At least it's not for me. And I would say that, and it still has beauty to it. I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so pretty, because I know that I'm average. So I really like Birkin because it's got a meaning behind it. You know, it's not high maintenance. I'm not high maintenance. It's still got beauty to it in its own little way. And I like that. But yeah, Birkin. They're calling me Birkin. No. Okay, so the dare that Myra left was do an impression of a YouTuber or a plant tuber, I think that you like, or something like that. And I couldn't think of anything. And me and Hannah from the Tropical Plant Addict, we talk and we message each other quite, well, not as much as we used to, only because I haven't had the time, and I've been really bad about getting back to people just because of the time and stuff. But I'm gonna try to do Hannah's little impression of her accent and stuff. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah if you're new here, also known as a Tropical Plant Addict. That's the best I have. But I love her accent. I love anyone who lives in the UK, Europe, Ireland, Irish, like Scottish. I love those accents. I love those accents. And it's funny because people who live over there across the pond would say that we have, I mean, I don't like how we talk here. I just think it's so proper over there and I love it. But they would say like we have this weird way of talking though. But yeah. So I'm trying to do Hannah's little impression. I don't know any weird. This is the second dare, is share something that I can do that is weird. I don't know, because I'm weird in general. And so any kind of face that I make, any kind of like, I don't even know what I can do that would be considered weird, because weird to me and weird to other people are going to be completely different. I've always been able to, oh my gosh, cross my eyes and keep one straight. But I don't know if that's offensive to some people. I don't, because I know children who are born can be born that way. But it's just, I've been able to distort my face or like make these faces from birth, basically. So I don't even, like, I mean, I don't know what I can do that is weird. So we'll just leave it at that. This is the weirdest video I've ever done. Okay. And then the next thing is that you're supposed to tag 5 or 6 other YouTubers. And I don't know who's all been tagged, or if Myra, if you just started this, but my choices are going to be Sarah from Peanuts Plants. I love her. Okay, who else do I even know, you guys? I don't talk to very many people. I'll see if Hannah has time for it. Hannah from the Tropical Plant Addict. And then I will see if Sassy Succulents we'll do this. Who else can I think of? Right, this is hard to think off the top of my head because I didn't even write people down. Let's do like 2 or 3 more. All of my friends are really people who I've met through my comment section. I don't know. Miranda, my other friend, I'm going to give a little tag to. I'll do Valia from Volume's, is it Urban Jungle? I really like Volume's Urban Jungle. So is that 5? That might be 5. I'm going to list the questions and everything, all the people who I'm tagging down below, the dare, everything. This might be asking people to step out of their bubble, but Adele, I'm just trying to think of people off the top of my head, and I'm obviously recording on my phone, so I don't have people like right there. But poop. I can't think of anyone. Anyways, chit chat's over. I'm done. My family's gonna be coming in. Tonight's my daughter's birthday. My Peanut's growing up so fast. But my little Char, I love. She's my baby. But yeah, thank you for joining, and whoever decided to watch this crazy video. But I will be talking to you all soon. That is me signing out. I cannot wait to open my other channel and start talking about my snakes and my terrariums and my plants. And I'm so excited. So I will be talking to you guys soon.